What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Wingstop Poppy and we're back to another video. Now today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be doing a fleece comparison for you guys. We have a $50 fleece jacket and we have a $200 fleece jacket. I'm going to break down the differences and I'm going to recommend which one I would recommend for you guys to go out and buy if you're interested in fleece jackets. For me personally, I love fleece jackets. They're my favorite winter, fall jacket. Pretty much any time the weather is below 40 degrees, you'll catch me outside in a fleece jacket. So I figured if anyone's interested in a fleece jacket, especially if you live in like the Midwest, East Coast, or wherever it's cold, I highly recommend them. But anyways, before we get into this video, please hit the like, subscribe, and feel free to follow me on Instagram down below to see how I style all my sneakers and outfits. And by the way, I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone who just subscribed to the channel. I know you guys probably came from the Air Jordan 1 neutral gray video because that video is at like 6,000 views right now, almost at 7,000. I figured it'd do pretty well because it was an early pair. But I appreciate the support and just wanted to say welcome to the channel. And I know today is not a sneaker video, but I will have more sneaker videos in the foreseeable future. But I also want to sprinkle in fashion videos as well because I feel like having a good wardrobe and having sneakers go hand in hand. And I feel like not enough sneaker YouTubers give like fashion advice. They just talk about shoes. And I want to be like a YouTuber that also gives you fashion advice and not just talk about sneakers every single video. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into this comparison. So starting out, introducing both these jackets. Our first jacket is going to be a $50 fleece, and this is from the Uniqlo Fall Winter 2020 collection. Just a standard Uniqlo fleece jacket, nothing too special, but this is a very good fleece jacket. Now our second fleece jacket is from Patagonia. Now, if you're a fan of outdoor gear, chances are you definitely heard of Patagonia. And this is the RetroX fleece, and this one retails at $200. And this jacket's been around since the 90s. This is pretty much a staple in the fleece jacket category. Like I said, if you know about this brand, you've probably heard of this jacket. But anyways, let's get into this comparison, and we have to start out with the similarities. So starting out with the first similarity that I noticed is the front chest pocket. As you can see, the Uniqlo one right here has the front chest pocket, and then the Patagonia one right here with the front chest pocket. The Patagonia one does feature the Patagonia logo on the chest pocket, but still really like that both these fleece jackets have the chest pocket. In my opinion, I love the chest pocket on fleece jackets just because it's another pocket for storage, and that's always not a bad thing to have on a jacket. Our second and last similarity, which is kind of surprising, only two similarities, but the second similarity is the nylon neck collar. As you can see, the Uniqlo one right here, and we have the Patagonia one right here. Now, a nylon neck collar on fleece jackets, I feel like it's pretty common. Most like heavy duty fleece jackets do, and I would consider these both heavy duty fleece jackets. So not really a surprise to see them have the nylon neck collar, but it was one of the two similarities I found, so I had to point it out. But anyways, now getting into the good part, which is the differences of this jacket. And the cool thing about the differences is that this will show you guys, is this jacket worth $150 price difference buying this one or this one? But anyways, let's get right into it. So the first difference I noticed is the zippers. Now the zipper on the Uniqlo jacket is just a standard normal zipper, and on the Patagonia one, you actually get a YKK zipper. Now, I am not an expert on zippers, but I do know that YKK zippers are like top of the line zippers. But with that said, in my experience wearing the Patagonia jacket, the zipper has jammed a lot when wearing it. I don't know if my jacket is defected, but I'm pointing that out. In my experience wearing it, the zipper has jammed a lot. So figured I had to point it out. But our next difference also involves the zipper, and it is the front side pockets. As you can see, the Patagonia one has two front side pockets, and so does the Uniqlo one, as you can see right here. However, the main difference is the Patagonia one has the front zippers, and this one does not have zippered front pockets from Uniqlo. Now, I prefer the front zipper pockets just because I want to have that security that my wallet or keys is not going to fall out. Not saying that anything has fallen out of my Uniqlo fleece, but I just like that extra added security but I would have to say that's probably not a $150 deal breaker for me, but just figured I would point it out. Now, staying on track with the zippers, I did notice that the Uniqlo one actually features a double zipper, whereas the Patagonia jacket does not have a double zipper. It is just a single zipper jacket. And I thought that was interesting because usually jackets on the lower end, like the Uniqlo jacket, will not feature a double zipper. So shout out to Uniqlo. They do make very good quality products. And yeah, I'm not sure if the double zipper makes a difference, to be honest with you guys, but just figured I would point it out. It doesn't really matter to me either way if a jacket has a double zipper or not. Like I said, just pointing it out. Now, getting into the actual fleece material of the jackets, which could be a $150 deal breaker for some of you guys watching. And the first jacket, the Uniqlo jacket, has like this bear, like teddy bear material, fluffy fleece, whereas the Patagonia jacket has the polar fleece. Now, this is all about personal preference. Honestly, I like both of them. Definitely the Uniqlo one. I mean, you walk down the street and people are going to want to feel this just because you look like a teddy bear rolling down the street. But I do like the clean look of the polar fleece. It's more like, I don't know, it just looks more clean to me on body. I'll get into warmth later in the video. But if I had to pick one, I would probably pick the polar fleece. But at the end of the day, it's probably not a $150 difference for me. But just pointing that out there. Now, our second difference with the material is actually the inner liner. As you can see, the Uniqlo one has like a fleece liner, whereas the Patagonia jacket has like a windproof liner. Now, once again, I'm going to be nitpicky here because I wore both these jackets and they're both super warm, but overall, I think I prefer the windproof liner just because the jacket feels a little lighter when you're wearing it compared to this one. So that's just my personal preference. But getting into the actual weight of the jacket, Uniqlo fleece jacket is a lot more heavier. Well, not really a lot more heavier, I should say, but it is a little heavier and definitely noticeable in hand that this is a heavier jacket. Now, getting into warmth of both these jackets, and I will have to say I've wore both these in 30-degree weather with a t-shirt underneath, and I can honestly say that both these jackets are super warm. I know the Patagonia one is like windproof, and I believe the Uniqlo one is windproof as well, as that said on the website at least. And like I said, they're both super warm jackets. And just a little heads up, if you do layer with these jackets, like if you put like a hoodie underneath and you go out and wear these jackets in like 30-degree weather, you will start to heat up. I mean, like I said, they are that warm. I highly recommend both these jackets for warmth. Like I mentioned, I just wore a t-shirt underneath. And definitely another thing to look out for, you cannot wear these jackets if the weather is over 40 degrees. It'll be way too hot. I actually got caught at the grocery store standing in line and I was wearing the Patagonia one and I had it still like fully zippered up and I honestly started sweating in line and I was just like, this jacket is way too hot right now to be standing in this store. So yeah, in terms of warmth, I feel like they're pretty comparable. They're both super warm jackets. I wouldn't say one is more warmer than the other. Now, when it comes to sizing on these jackets, which is kind of interesting. I have a large in this one. I got an XL in the Patagonia. Now, the Uniqlo one fits me pretty well, and so does the Patagonia one. I actually went to try the Patagonia one on in store, and the large was too snug around my shoulders. I kind of have like broader shoulders. I work out, no big deal. But like I was saying, it kind of fit too snug around my shoulders, so I went a size up, and I feel like it fits me perfectly. Now, the Uniqlo one, I just went true to size. I feel like it does kind of run a little bigger for like the large size. It does feel a little more snug on the shoulders though, but not as like snug as like a Patagonia large that I tried on in store. So I would say if you're like more like thicker, broader in like the shoulder area, you might want to go a size up in the Patagonia and probably stay true to size in the Uniqlo. Even though if you are looking for a baggier fit, you can go up and you'll be straight. Honestly, I feel like sizing is personal preference. Some people like their jackets like tight. Some people like them baggy and loose. It's all about how you like to wear your jackets. So that's it for sizing. Now, which jacket would I recommend you to buy? And in my personal opinion, if you're looking for a jacket that's just going to get you by for like fall, winter, and you don't really see this as a sustainable piece, I would just spend the $50 and get the Uniqlo one. But if you're looking for a jacket that's going to last you 10 to 15 years down the road, I feel like it's definitely worth to spend the money on the $200 Patagonia jacket. Now, I've seen Patagonia jackets like on eBay, vintage ones, retro X style, are going for like at least what you would pay for them originally. So they do hold their value quite nicely. But if you're not really looking for like a sustainable fleece and you just want to like add a fleece to like your wardrobe, like you don't see this fleece as like a workhorse. I can't speak on it because I've had both these jackets for 3 months, but I'm not sure how the Uniqlo fleece is going to hold up over like 5 to 10 years, especially if you like wear it every day. However, like I said with the Patagonia one, there are vintage Patagonia jackets that are still holding up, so I know that this jacket is probably going to last 10 years, and you definitely have to factor that in when making a purchase. I always try to tell people whenever you buy expensive garments, 2 things you got to look at. Is it going to hold its value, and is it going to last you years down the road? For example, when I buy Carhartt jackets, if it's a $100 jacket, I know that that jacket's going to last 10 to 15 years. So for me, buying a $100 Carhartt jacket is worth spending the extra money than buying like a Uniqlo work jacket or per se or something like that. So just something to take into fact. But honestly, it's all about personal preference, how much you want to spend. Some people can't afford a $200 fleece jacket, and they got to go with the $50 one. And honestly, both these jackets are super awesome. I love both these jackets. So whatever can work in your financial budget, I highly recommend both of these. But yeah, that's going to be my video for today. Something a little different, I know. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one and learned something. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!